So in today's video, I'm going to provide a guide on how to improve your fitness. We're first going to start with an equation that's going to tell you if you're doing enough exercise every week. We're then going to go over a tool we can use to try and figure out what exercise we want to be doing. And then we're going to finish off with some ways you can increase your physical activity and reduce your sedentary time. Now, the reason your fitness is super important is because when you exercise, you release good chemicals into your body that keep you happy, they keep you healthy, and improving your fitness will not only improve your physical health, it'll also improve your mental health. Now, to figure out how to actually improve your fitness, we first got to figure out how much exercise you're currently doing. And so there's this table that we use to figure out how much exercise you're currently doing. We first want to figure out how much light intensity exercise we're currently doing, and you want to write that down. So activities like walking, where you can do the exercise and talk at the same time. You want to figure out how many times a week you're doing this in total minutes per week. You then want to figure out how much medium intensity exercise you're doing. So these are activities where you can't really maintain a conversation when you're doing the exercise. So activities like running, cycling, swimming, doing weightlifting as well. These are medium intensity exercises, so you want to write down number of times you do this each week and total minutes per week. You then want to figure out high intensity exercise. So these are exercises where you can't maintain a conversation at all. And so exercises like sprinting, running really fast, going to the gym and lifting really heavy weights where you can't really talk, you're fully focused and you're fully exerted all your energy on doing the exercise. Once you figured out how much you're doing in each three category, you've got to use this equation to figure out how many minutes of exercise you're doing per week. So you want to add the minutes of light exercise plus the moderate exercise, and then you want to also add the minutes of high intensity exercise but times that by 2. So if you're doing 100 minutes of light, 20 minutes of moderate, and 20 minutes of high intensity, you want to times the 20 minutes of high intensity by 2, so it's 40 minutes. Then you want to add that all up and you'll get your total minutes per week, and the goal we want to be doing is 150 minutes a week. That's been shown to be the best amount of exercise for our health in the long term. And so if you're going below these 150 minutes a week, we want to figure out activities we can do to increase our physical activity to get more minutes. If you're doing more than that, you can try and find new activities or keep doing what you're doing because it's going to work in the long term. So once you've figured out how much exercise you're currently doing and we've got the benchmark of doing 150 minutes a week, we've got to figure out next which exercises you want to start doing so you can start increasing the amount of exercise you're currently doing. Or if you're currently doing more than that, if you want to try and figure out ways you can improve, you can figure out new ways to incorporate different types of exercises into your routine. So the first step we want to try and do is figure out what activities do you enjoy doing. If we enjoy doing something, we're more likely to stick to it and we're more likely to want to do more. So to get to that 150 minutes a week, you want to be doing activities you enjoy doing. It'll be easy to get to that 150 minutes. The next thing is doing activities you can complete regularly. If you enjoy doing something but you can't do it regularly, it's going to be counterproductive. So we want to combine the two, something we enjoy but also something we can do regularly. That's going to allow us to get to that 150 minutes a lot easier. The next thing you can do is try and do group activities to be more social. You can try a different exercise class, you can try to do exercise with your friends and family. Try and get other people involved when you're doing the exercise. It's going to be motivational, it's going to help you achieve that 150 minutes quicker and it's going to be fun. So how much exercise should we be doing? So we want to be doing the cardiovascular exercise, so exercise for our heart, things like walking, running, cycling, jogging, things that get your heart racing, and you've got to incorporate your whole body. So that 150 minutes a week is what we want to be aiming for. We also want to be doing strength exercise 2 times a week, doing different body part exercises. So you want to do exercise to activate your arms, to activate your chest and your back, your core and your legs. They're the main parts of your body that you want to be doing exercise for. So strengthening those parts of your body 2 times a week is enough. And then you also want to be doing stretching as well. Stretching each body part, those arms, your chest, your back, your legs, 2 times a week is going to be the most beneficial and easiest to stick to. So once you've figured out how much exercise you should be doing and then what types of exercise you want to be doing to improve your physical health and your fitness, the next is we want to try to reduce our sitting time and increase our incidental exercise. Doing these sorts of activities, applying these tools will magnify our fitness, allow us to be healthier and allow us to live a better life. So some tools to increase your physical activity include doing activities with a friend, It's going to make you more likely want to stick to it because you want to hold yourself accountable. You want to see the friend. You want to do activities with other people and be social. So having that accountability person will allow you to stick to the exercise more. The next tip is using stairs instead of elevator. So whenever my mum and I go for walking, we come back home, we always get the stairs instead of the elevator. This is just a little bit extra incidental exercise and keeps us fitter, and that 1% every single day leads to great improvements over a year. So just try and get those stairs instead of the elevator, and it's going to help in the long term. The next tools are trying to incorporate a bit more exercise into your day. So getting off the bus one stop earlier will make that distance walking home a little bit further, and it'll help you get that extra exercise. 5 minutes every day is going to add up over a year. Same thing with parking. You can park a little bit further away than where you normally park. It'll allow you to get a bit more exercise in the day. And these little bits of exercise won't be much during the day, but they're going to add up over the whole year, over 10 years. It's going to make a huge transformation over your health. And the last one is trying to incorporate small breaks. So when you're on your lunch break, go for a walk. Every 90 minutes, stand up, move around. Try and incorporate a bit more physical activity into your day rather than sitting down all day. And the next tools are to reduce your sitting time. And we want to be doing this because sitting down for a long period of time isn't good for our body. It's not good for our neck and our posture. It's not good for our heart health as well. So we want to be applying tools that help us get off the lounge, get off our chairs, go and do a tiny bit of physical activity. You don't need to be running marathons, just standing up, walking around, getting a tiny bit of exercise, and it'll help reset our body. So the first tool you can try and do is turn off your screens during the day, like your TV, and try and get outside, do a bit of walking, gardening, things like that. It would help improve your fitness. You also want to try and set alarms so our body only focuses for periods of 90 minutes. So even though you think you might be sitting down and focusing all day, you really go through these cycles of focus which last 90 minutes. So you might as well set a timer for 90 minutes, get up, stand, walk around, do a bit of walking, exercise, drink some water, do a tiny bit of physical activity, then come back 5 minutes later and go for another bout of 90 minutes of focused work, because that's how your body works. So you want to tap into that system of focus and get the most out of it, and then also improve at your fitness by reducing your sitting time. The next thing you can try and do is, instead of catching up with friends and going out and eat, you can try go for a walk first, and then once you get back and finish the walk, and you can go eat something. So that's something my mum does regularly. She goes for walks with friends and then afterwards goes for coffee rather than going straight to coffee. The next tool you can try and also incorporate is not letting the weather stop you. Try and do activities inside if the weather's bad outside. Things like dancing, you can do indoor exercises. There's a lot of different activities you can also do, like rock climbing inside. Try and incorporate some activities you can do even if the weather's bad. And the last tip is, if you're going for short trips, leave the car at home, go for a walk, go for a bit of a bicycle ride. Try and get some activity if you're going for a short trip. All these tools are not going to make much difference over one day, but if you combine them and you combine them over years and decades, these things are really going to leave a lasting impact on improving your health. So try and incorporate all these different things. Figure out the amount of exercise you currently do. If you need to improve that, figure out what activities you can do to start improving your fitness, and try and incorporate all these small incidental exercise tools and tools to reduce your sitting time to just magnify improving your fitness over the long term. I hope you found this video valuable. Try and apply everything in here. If you learnt anything, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.